Being an MC or event host can be an exciting and lucrative career, or just a fabulous side hustle. But there are 6 common challenges that either prevent people taking up the opportunity or cause them to quit far too soon before they've built up any momentum or got traction in the field. In this short video, I'm going to explain what those 6 challenges are so that you can be ready for them, and I'm going to give you some strategies and resources so that you can overcome them. Sound good? Pay particular attention to the last one, because that is an important concept that I get asked about a lot. Let's go. Hi, it's Timothy Hyde here from expertmc.com, the channel dedicated to helping you become better on stage as a speaker, an MC, or an entertainer. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Why don't you subscribe? We publish every couple of weeks. Challenge number 1 for a lot of people is actually they are keen on getting into the MC business, but they don't know where to start. They don't know how to get on stage and start getting that stage time. Pilots call it flight time or flight hours. We call it stage time. In the Malcolm Gladwell book, Eyes, he talks about the Beatles and how they got those 10,000 hours under their belt by working 8 hours a day in the Hamburg clubs for, I think it was over 1,000 nights. And that's how they got good. You've just got to get on stage somehow. And the way I tell people is sit down with a blank sheet of paper and a pencil and start listing all of the clubs, associations, groups. It might be at work or your community and your church, political parties, sports groups, family events, etc. All the little groups that you know. And then choose the ones that you can get involved with on a slightly higher level. Get on the committee if you can. Help put the chairs out, work on the front desk, make the announcements. And as that starts to happen, you will learn a whole lot of skills from the other people doing the same things, but you'll get that stage time starting to happen. You will start making connections and you will start being seen as an MC. Now, in our mega training and success bundle, we're actually adding 2 new modules in, and they should be up in the next few weeks. One, we will go through that process in a lot more detail. And secondly, I'm going to show you a whole lot of other ideas on building a career as an MC. Challenge number 2 is stage fright. You know, a lot of people tell me they love to get into MC work, and especially paid MC work, but they suffer from stage fright. I'm going to let you in on a secret. I still get stage fright, especially if I'm working for a new group or a new client. And that's what, incidentally, one of the lessons I teach people is try and look for clients who can use you more than once, so you can build up a relationship with them or with that particular audience. Now, I know that's a more advanced technique than we're dealing with today, but I wanted you to be aware of it. Look, we have done a whole video all about stage fright, and I'll give you tips and techniques on how to deal with it, and it's linked above or in the description below. But 2 quick points. Firstly, it's perfectly natural to suffer from stage fright. Human beings are hardwired to be slightly anxious and nervous in unfamiliar situations. Our heart will start to race a little bit. The adrenaline will start to flow. So look out for it. Switch your thinking about stage fright. And once you feel that, you say to yourself, this is perfectly natural. That's what I should be feeling right now. You should be more worried if you don't feel a little bit of stage fright. And secondly, remember, the more stage time you get, the better you will be at dealing with it. Number 3, the next challenge that beginners often face is gaining the attention or the control of the audience. You know, audiences can be noisy, they can be distracted, or they can be downright rude. Leave a comment below if you've had one of those audiences recently. Now, we have a video all about gaining control of the audience, and I'll link it above once more and in the description below. And it goes through several techniques on how to grab that attention of the audience. But here's the quick tip for the video. Get the AV team on side with you. That's the audio visual team, and they can help. A subtle lighting change or a not so subtle lighting change the volume on the mic or the sound system, or even playing a musical sting works in a lot of ways. If you're out there all by yourself, no AV team, be absolutely certain that the mic is on and ready to go. You don't want to be fumbling around at the start. In the video, we go through a few other techniques like meeting as many audience members as you can before you actually go on stage, and also the brilliant pause technique. Check it out. Challenge number 4 is struggling to keep events on time. You know, being an event host is a little bit like being a juggler. We've got a lot of little adjustments that we need to make, and also every now and then we really need to do some big moves. Now, you see, you've got your speakers, you've got your audience, you've got the venue, you've got the clients, you've got your exhibitors, you've got your sponsors, you've got your VIPs, and possibly a few more. And each of those have different expectations and they have different needs. Now, luckily, we have a training all about keeping events on time. Once again, there's a link up there or in the description below. I give you 20 different techniques that will help you keep an event on time, and use some of them each time, and you will just get better and better at doing it. Now, before I give you the last 2 challenges, if you've had any value out of this video, would you please give us a thumbs up? It really encourages us to make more. And if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, please do so in the corner below. You know, we are racing towards 30,000 subscribers, which is pretty exciting, and it'd be great to have you along with us. The thing that I hear often from beginner MCs is, I'd like to work in corporate events, large conferences and conventions, but I'm finding it really hard to break into that market. I'm giving up. I hear it a lot. You know, it's a common misconception about where MCs work. Most people, if you ask them, would say MCs, they work at weddings or they work at corporate events. Now, this is so absolutely not true. As an MC, I have never worked at a wedding, and I know many MCs who have never worked at a wedding either. There's a huge range of markets out there, niche markets, wanting MCs. Now, most of them are paid assignments. Some of those assignments are very well paid, and a lot of those niche markets are totally overlooked by most MCs. We have a report that lists 50 niche markets. I explain what they are, and for many of them, I give you a few tips on how to break into that market. So that's called the Niche Market Report. It's available as part of our mega bundle, the mega training and success bundle, or you can buy it separately, and there should be a link below to get that if you're just interested in those 50 niche markets. The last thing I want to cover in this video is what I call the Speaker Bureau Conundrum. You know, this one is huge. I know what it's like when you're starting out and you've got a few MC assignments under your belt, maybe some paid ones, and then you start looking on the websites of large speaker bureaus, and you see all the smart MCs listed there, and perhaps their fees written underneath, and you think, wow, if I could just get listed with that particular speaker bureau or that one, I would be made. You start treating it as a magic bullet, and unfortunately, it's not the case. You can waste an awful lot of your time and your precious energy pursuing those speaker bureaus and trying to get listed with them. It is far better to spend that time, to spend that energy on getting better yourself, getting well known, developing your own clients, and getting paid assignments. There's an old saying in the speaker business, they won't need you until you don't need them. They want speakers and MCs who are already successful and proven. I'm not saying don't work with them, but the ideal situation is when they come to you or one of their clients says, oh, I've heard about such and such. Can you book them for our event? Hey, I hope you've had some value out of this video. 6 challenges, hopefully a few strategies there to overcome them. I'll see you in the next video.